Hey, hi everybody. I'd like to tell you a little story, a consumer story that happened to me this Christmas. If you can't trust Apple Computers or UPS, the largest companies in the world, who can you trust? I purchased a high-end computer, a MacBook, in October for delivery on the 22nd of November or to the 26th. And I received a UPS notification that on November 24th I'd be receiving the computer. 3:20 p.m. a UPS driver shows up at my door and brings me an envelope with a return label. This is not a delivery label, it's a return label. Oddly enough, a return label with a printer cartridge in it. And I asked the driver, "Where's my computer?" The driver says, "Oh, that doesn't look like a computer." Well, sure doesn't look like a computer. But 20 minutes later, I received a notification from UPS that a computer had been delivered to my house. 10 minutes later, I received notification from Apple that the computer had been delivered to my house and my credit card had been charged $7,342.72. Of course, right away I called both of them. Apple said they would open up an investigation, and within 24 hours I received either an option to have my another computer or my purchase refunded. UPS said they would investigate. So 24 hours, 48 hours. 1 week later, I called Apple back. You can only get their frontline workers. And I asked to talk to a manager. They said, too busy. And within 24 hours, a manager would call me back. Did not happen. 2 weeks later, same story. They're taking notes in the meanwhile. 2 weeks later, no manager call back. 3 weeks later, same thing. No manager call back. The third week, I reported it to the Ontario Provincial Police, saying that I wanted this thing investigated because it's a theft of over $7,000. And they asked me the questions. They did a report. They did call Apple. They did call UPS. They said that it's really an internal thing, but I don't care. I still reported it to the Ontario Provincial Police because I either stole the item and I should be investigated, or someone stole the item at UPS and should be investigated. That's fine. That's 3 weeks. 4 weeks later, I call back. You can't get anybody at Apple. And you would expect, I never expected, that Apple could take a big bite, this time out of your ass, and never even care about it, especially when buying a high end or spending that kind of money. So today, December 28th, I called them back and it was the same story. They actually gave me a number to a manager, and I called that number, and of course you're in the queue, no answer. They will never answer back. So if you don't know, and I didn't know, you can call your credit card company and issue a claim. So I did issue a claim with my TD Visa, and after telling them the story that I'm telling you right now, they said that they would investigate, and if Apple would respond within 30 days and resolve the issue, then it would be resolved. If they do not respond within 30 days, then I will automatically get a refund from Visa. So I just wanted to spread this word around and say that buyer beware. And I'm just disappointed because, you know, you don't expect that from high-end companies. Not so much to resolve the situation, but just to respond and say, okay, this is where it's at. So, bye everybody. And if you've listened to this, thank you for listening.